We pay a little attention. I mean, obviously not much. It's obviously in our control. I'm all in our control still. So if I know if we win games and we win the rest of the year, then we're second place. So I try and focus on ourselves each and every day, and if the result goes our way, it goes our way. But it's kind of out of our, or what they do is out of our control. So yeah, I just we know that if we win out, we're in second place.
And it's been back-to-back scoreless. You've held the team scoreless. What do you think's working recently with the defense?
I think just our commitment to the little details, knowing where guys are in the box, knowing guys' tendencies, and trying to limit them, and just putting our body on the line. I think last game Malte had a couple of really big blocks when Bernadeschi cut inside, and Rudy against Cincinnati, and so I think just those little details of knowing what we got to do to hold teams scoreless and give us the best chance of winning. And yeah, the last two games we've put that together, and yeah, it's been good. We got to keep that going though.
You're facing Orlando in September again. Last time, you remember what happened. Can you just talk about how it's how your perspective on this everything has changed? And I guess your career since that Orlando match in September, and I know it was in Orlando, but how everything's kind of changed and gone up from there.
Yeah, try and take every moment, good, bad, as a learning moment, and just trying to grow from it. And yeah, I think not only for myself, that was a big learning moment, but it was kind of a big learning moment for the team as well. And I think just kind of understanding moments of when to foul, when not to foul. For myself, coming out and just being brave, and just kind of controlling the back line and being demanding. All these little things we've learned from, and it's been a long 2 years, but I think when you look back, like you said, at a year ago, we've come a long way, but we still got a long way to go to get to where we want to be.
Patrick, I know you only see these Eastern Conference teams twice a year. You probably watch a little bit of tape too, but I was curious because Bernadeschi was 0 for 4 in shots on target, and Insigne was 3 for 3 in shots on target. Do you ever get a sense in a game that a guy like a Bernadeschi, ooh, he's a little cold tonight, and maybe you're kind of thinking to yourself, not so concerned when he has the ball?
No. His first shot, it's not on target, but he's less than half a foot, 6 inches from putting that thing upper 90. So I got guys like those two guys, and a lot of guys in this league, and if they're 0 for 8, the ninth one's going to be put top end. So just kind of being ready, and just at all times just being locked in, because you never know what you're going to get from them, and they could turn the game on its head.
Yeah. Bernadeschi was over the ball on a restart late in the game. Matan came in on that stoppage, and you had 4 men in the wall. I was thinking to myself, Matan maybe gets behind the wall and lays down. Is that your call, or is that the field players deciding that? How does that work?
It's my call. I don't really like it. I've talked with Phil about it, and I think especially from that range, if the wall can just get up on its toes but keep their toes close to the ground, it's pretty hard to get it up and down with some power behind it from that distance. So for me, I don't really think it. I'd rather have guys ready to follow up a rebound or be there for a deflection. But maybe if it was a little further out, then I'd be a little open to it. But nah, we got away with that one for sure.
Yeah, and by the way, not picking on Alex. He was coming in. Thank you.
No problem.
Patrick, last year you started off Philly, the 4-1 loss, and then also late in the season with the Orlando one. Are there games that you look at from last year as sort of redemption, revenge games?
No, definitely not. I think just more so for me, knowing the top teams that have a lot of quality, and just wanting to enforce our will on them, and making a statement. I don't think it's personal revenge by any means. It's just I want to be consistent and continue to put good performances together, and yeah, it can come off as that, especially the last two times we've played Orlando. I think we've gotten 2 clean sheets, but it's not that anymore. I just want to get a clean sheet every time I can.
And the team has been breaking like club records and, is ranked 66th globally. Can you just talk about the chemistry and the atmosphere that the team has, knowing that the brand is going global?
Yeah, I think that's that's what we want. We want to play a style of football that's attractive, but also enjoyable, and win, and that we can win with. And I think that's kind of our goal. And each and every day in practice, each and every game, we go out and we focus on ourselves, and we want to get better, and we want to continue to grow, not just the Columbus Crew, but the city of Columbus. And just what soccer means here, and I think that's our goal is just to kind of keep putting this best foot forward and continue to show not only the U.S. but the world kind of who we are, and but we know that we have to do that one game at a time, and that we can't just jump ahead and focus on the big games, the CONCACAF, or these big finals that we could be playing in. It starts in league play as well.
And you're going up against a hot Fernando Torres right now. What do you guys need to work on defensively to limit his chances or stifle, the run that he's on?
Yeah, I think it's, yeah, he's in good form. I think Duncan McGuire's in good form as well. And I think, what you got to do against those guys is just be aware of where they're at all times. I know Duncan really likes to go in transition and, get balls in behind, and he's a box finisher, so just knowing where he's at all times in the box. And then Torres, he's really good on the ball, really good at creating stuff 1v1. And so he's the same, knowing where he's at in transition. When we have the ball in their half, knowing where he's at, if he's drifting wide. But then even when they have the ball and they have us pinned in, if he's out wide or if he's making runs in behind, just always communicating to understand where they're at and what their tendencies are, to try and get that shot off, and trying to limit that as much as possible.
Last one for me. What's the message to the fans with this final stretch of games? You guys already clinched the playoff spot, but now you're fighting for the second place. What's the message for the fans for this weekend?
Yeah, I think just continue to be who they are. We appreciate them so much, and it's gonna be a tough stretch. I think I don't even know how many games we have left, 6 and 4 weeks or something like that. So we're playing a lot of games, but their energy, their electricness in the stadium, they give it to us, and we feed off that. And so if they can just continue to be who they've been all year, then we'll feed off that, and hopefully we'll give them results back.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you.
Hi, Patrick. Having already clinched that playoff spot, what's the message in the locker room right now to stay focused each game to finish out the season?
Yeah, I think they've kind of alluded to it, but we want to host as many games in the playoffs as possible here. I don't think mathematically we're out of supporter shield race yet, but we want to win that as well. So trying to push for that as much as possible, and I know we got a game in hand, and we still play Miami, so maybe if they drop points, with their remaining games, then still trying to push for that. We want to be limitless, and so trying to go for everything that we can. That's kind of our goal, and we're never satisfied with just clinching playoffs. We want to continue to keep our run of form as well going into playoffs.
That's it.